up, PV fam? What's up, PV fam? I'm back with another vlog. Today's vlog, as you see from the title, is going to be screen printing from start to finish. Well, yeah, kind of start to finish, because I already cleaned the screen and shit like that, so you guys won't see the cleaning process. But it's going to be from coating the screen to burning the screen to setting up the screen to printing the garment. Get a little background on me and screen printing. I started screen printing a while back. It was like my first cream of the crop type of side hustle that I did. I did heat press printing, which I still do that every now and again. And then I got off the screen printing. If you learn the art of screen printing, once you learn it, it's fairly simple to do. I do graphic design and I still delve in screen printing. All of the shirts that you see from any of my vlogs that you see I got on, if you're like, oh, that's a pretty dope shirt or whatever you may think about it, whatever. Where the hell you get that shirt from? I printed that shirt. So I print all my shirts, all the shirts that I wear in the vlogs. I print all my shirts. So yeah, we're going to get into it. The first thing that I'm going to show you is my emotion. I got this. It's Ecotex DC Dual Cure Emotion. Is from Amazon. I ordered this now. I used to order from another company, but this comes faster. It only takes 3 minutes to burn with my particular light box. I've had my light box built for probably like a good 5 or 6 years now. So I built it myself. It works pretty good. So this is the type that I use. I'll show you my light box once I get to that stage. And then I'm going to use a 110 mesh screen. If any of you guys are familiar with screen printing, you know, you have different meshes for different types of screen print. You got, you can go as low as, I think, 72 or maybe even lower than that. But, or you can go as high as 3 something. The higher the mesh, the less ink that goes through it, if that makes sense to you. But normally when you do just simple all-purpose printing, you'll use a 110 screen. 110s are for white and black. You can use it for black, but sometimes you will use a 150 or 155 for black as well. So, but today I'm going to use this simple old 110 screen print. It's already clean. It's already ready to go. I'm going to coat it up so you guys can see. Stay tuned. And after it coats, I'm going to let it air dry for probably like a good 30 minutes, and then I'll burn it and set it up. And I won't be printing until tomorrow though, because the garments aren't here yet. So, but I'll set it up and then you guys will see. So be right back. Peace. All right, PV fam, we back. Okay, so I'm getting ready to put the emulsion inside this screen coating reservoir. There's 2 sides, so there's a thin side and there's a thick side. Most of the time with this, you wouldn't normally use the thicker. Well, I don't use the thicker side. I use the thin side. Only time I think I've used the thicker side is when I printed on real low mesh. When I do like glitter and shiny prints is when I use the thicker side. So you can definitely feel it. I'll post these items in the description if you know interested in getting them, or if you into screen print or whatever it may be. But I'm going to use the thinner side because it's just I'm gonna do a 1-in-1s, which means I'm gonna do 1 coat on this side, flip it over, 1 coat on the other side, and throw it in the cabinet for it to dry off. My cabinet, I built my cabinet too. That was like the first thing I did, my drying cabinet. But I'm gonna show you that as well. So yeah, we got our emulsion right here. Hope you can see me nice and clear. And if you notice that the lighting is kind of like weird in here right now. It's not a bright light, it's a yellow light. And it basically helps with this particular, with emulsion period. You want to have a light room. This is kind of like where I'm at. It's my makeshift light room. I made this up in my basement of my home. But yeah, it's like a makeshift light room. So basically you got to have everything light sensitive, photosensitive. That's essentially what emulsion is. It's like a photosensitive type of chemical. So pour some here like so. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to be highly disappointed if I don't have this angle right. But I practice. So. You know, when you shoot vlogs, you always got to make sure you practice and make sure those angles are right. That's what the women do. Make sure the angle's right, babe. All right. 1-in-1. See, I'm going to tip it down a little bit. Like so. Just start at the bottom. Work my way up. tilt it back so it can go back in there. Go to the other side, do the same thing. I want to tilt this back a little bit more. Probably won't be able to see it. Hopefully you can though. So that way I get the coating all the way how I need it. There we go. Tilt it back again. And that should be it. Hopefully you guys can see it. Boom, 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 boom. Nice and coated both sides. I'm gonna flip it over like so. Put it inside my cabinet. You're gonna hear my fan come on. That's just what it's doing to start drying, so it might be a loud noise or a little noise or whatever. So what you do is you put the rest of the emulsion back inside it. You don't. The goal is not to waste none. Just preserve as much as you possibly can, and then you just clean this off with water. Hopefully you guys can hear me over that fan. Right back in there like that. Out here, I used to be real knee deep in screen print now. I made some decent money, but it's definitely a tedious process if you don't have anybody helping you, especially when you get the bigger orders. But you can definitely one-man the job. You can do anywhere from 50 to 100. I've done upwards of 500 shirts at one time. Pushing them out though. It took me a while to do it, but I've done it for sure. Hey, when that money's coming in, you're an entrepreneur, you trying to get to that bag, you'll figure out a way. My wife, she would help me though. She would help me take them off the dryer, the conveyor dryer, and fold them up if they need to be, fold them up, bag them. She helped me with all that kind of stuff. So set that right there. I'll rinse this off, man. I'll show you guys. Get you some type of towels, right? I'm kind of unprepared. I'm just shooting this vlog on the fly. I said I wanted to do a screen print vlog, so show you my drying cabinet. So this is what I did. I moved as you can see, that's the drying cabinet right there. So I put the screen in there. What I'm going to do is when I turn left, I'm going to close this up. That's my fan is drying it. Give it a while to dry. If you can see that right there. I think this can fit 10 screens in it at one time. So if I ever needed to do 10 screens, I'd load up, coat 10 of them and put 10 of them in there. And up here, here's my light box. As you can see, lift it up here. Built it myself. Man, that works pretty good, man. It took me a little while to put it together, but it's vacuum tight. Got the vacuum seal on it. I'll show you that once we get to that. But that's it for right now. I'll be back soon. What's up, PV fam? I'm back. Okay, so we're getting ready to print out the film to use to burn the screen, to burn the artwork into the screen. This particular software that I'm using, this is called Photoshop, of course. This is how I set up all my artwork. I use Photoshop and I use Adobe Illustrator every now and again, but mostly Photoshop for everything. This is the actual graphic right here. This is going to go on the back of the garment, as you'll see once everything is set up, and this is going to be a left chest print right here. I use grid patterns to help me with my alignment here. I have to put 1, 2, 3 more hashtags down here, so that way when I line it up on the platen, everything will be nice and even. So just getting ready to move all these down whenever they start moving. My computer's moving super slow right now. It's about time to invest in one. I'm trying to get me a MacBook, man, somehow, some way, if the Lord see fit for me to get one. Them things are expensive, but as of now, I'm just gonna use desktop computers. All right, we got everything set up now. I got the hashtags moving. My computer's moving super stupid slow. So let me take the grid out so you can see how the artwork actually looks. Show the grid up. Okay, so that's how that actually looks right there. So we're getting ready to send it over to the printer here. Go to print. Whenever it loads, man, it's moving super slow. All right, go over to the print. I'm gonna put the dimensions of the paper in, which is, I use a film. It's a screen printing film. We're gonna just use photo paper glossy. And we're gonna use the rear paper feed slot. I'll drop the type of film that I use in the description box, as well as the printer that I use is just an Epson printer. You can use Epson printers for your film. They actually have the best printers for screen printing films, in my opinion, if you want to do it at home or DIY type deal, or if you want to get off into the business of it. Some of these bigger companies, of course, they'll try to sell you their printers that they have for their companies, but switch it to landscape, and we're gonna scale it down like so that you can see. And then this is done, and we're gonna print it to see what happens. Good evening, PB fam. We back. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm trying to make sure the angle is as good as I can possibly get it in this tight spot, and hopefully you can hear me as well. Our furnace is on. Okay, so I'm getting ready to burn the screen. This template right here, you buy it from this company called Ryonet. They sell really good products, for screen printing. But this is a template right here, basically where you can align your transfers or your film. You can align your film to the perfect spot, so that way when you go outside or when you go to your actual screen printing platen, then you can set it up. You'll align it up on there perfectly as well. So I have one screen that I have coated and dried up, because I'm going to basically use one side for the left chest print, which is that right there, as you can see, left chest print right there, and then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to put this on there, and I'm going to utilize the other side to put this one on there. So I'm going to line up the left chest print first to make sure everything is fitting right, and then I'm going to line this one up. So get you some double-sided tape. Buy this at Walmart or anywhere, just double-sided tape. My rule of thumb is basically with my left chest press, I try to make sure I'm at least 4 fingers down and 4 fingers over. This is like the center of the t-shirt right here or something like that. Also, this is the top of the platen, so that's how I like to line mine up right there. And I just it usually comes out pretty perfect every time, or close to it. So this is where I'm going to line this up. So what I'm going to do is put some tape on here like so. You just put some double-sided tape on there, so that way it'll stick to the screen how it's supposed to. I'll throw one on the side too, just because like I need to make sure it's straight as possible. Again, that's left chest print. Okay, and grab my screen out of the cabinet. It's looking like it's dry, ready to go here. See what side I'm going to use. I just get mine a little rub down and make sure I don't have any pinholes. Hopefully I don't have any pinholes here. I think I did a pretty good job with this situation. Okay. And you just line it up. I got this painter stick right here to help me line it up even more. It's kind of like sits down there like kind of like a cavity type thing. Just make sure I line it up within the frame here. Hopefully you guys can see this. And just put it up just a little bit. As you can see on the screen, this is where it's going to end up at. That's going to be my left chest print right there. Press it down like that. So it sticks to it. You don't have to do it that many times. It's double-sided tape. I just doing it for demonstration purposes. So that side is ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is grab the other film, line that up. Now this was going to go to the top right here, the top of the platen. just line up the cross marks like so to make sure it's straight. Have some double-sided tape. That way on here. Right there. Looks like too much right there. Yeah. On this side, it's too much again. Don't need that much. These corners, this is they just kind of big. This is a local boxing gym in the city where I'm from, so they reached out to get a job done. And I said, I'm gonna get that paper. I'm gonna get that paper. It's lined up pretty smooth. Screen. Now this is the key, is to make sure it doesn't overlap the other left side, left chest print, which it shouldn't if I have everything lined up how I should, how I need it to be. Let's see here. Perfection. Now, look to make sure it's not overlapping. Oh, and it is. Look, see this right here? Can't have that. So we're gonna have to adjust it a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift it up a little bit so it just lines right up with that. Give me a few seconds. Okay, this one should work. So what I did was I just put it above the line a little bit. The good part about it, it gives me a little bit of play. I can adjust my plaiting when I get out to the garage to print. So that's the good part about it. It's a little bit of play in it. But you definitely don't want that hashtag to go inside that other design. That's not going to be good for the print. Let's try this again. Make sure everything is everything. It's looking a little bit better than it did last time. It looks like it's still off. Give me a second. All right. So what I did was I just cut that corner cross. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I did was I just cut that corner off over there. The good thing about it is it's only a one color screen, so having that particular crosshair isn't as important as it would if it was more than one layer of colors. So if it was 1, 2, 3, or 4 colors and we had to line them up, it'd be a little bit more tedious. But even then, you'll still better line it up once you get pretty good at this. So I just cut that off right in that corner and brought it back down so everything will line up now. Just make sure to put it back in. Tuck it the right way. And everything should line up just right. Alright. Yep. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do the last one more like that. So we all lined up. Put this off to the side for a couple seconds here. Take this template, move it off to the side. A good thing to do with your light box is to make sure you I use rubbing alcohol to clean it off to make sure there's no residue in it, especially if you haven't used it or for a while. But this is pretty much it, my light box. Take it like so, set it down on the inside of it. Have your piece of rope. It's a vacuum tight one, so what's gonna happen is once I cut this on, I'm gonna put this rope inside of here like this. There's like a knot on this end right here. These particular boxes, man, they can cost up from $1,200 to $2,000 or $3,000, $5,000. It just depends on what you get. But if you build it your own, I think I spent a total of maybe $300 to $400 building this back when I first did it. So that was way back in the day. I'm gonna put that over there by that corner. Hopefully you guys can see that. And shut this down like this. That's the vacuum line right here. I got all these parts from either Home Depot. Found some guy on YouTube who was building it and kind of like took some points from him and a couple other cats. Like that. So this vacuum pump is going to be a little loud right here. It's over here in this corner. It's going to be a little loud. I'm going to turn it on so you can see it suck it down, and then I'm going to press the timer and let it burn for 3 minutes, and then I'll be over to show you how I wash it out. It's airtight, tight as it can get. Make sure, I like to make sure everything is in here when you. Tight as it's gonna get. Got the light already plugged up, so I'm gonna let it burn for 3 minutes. All right, folks, we're back. This is my makeshift washout booth. Again, you can buy these things. You can get them custom made. They're very expensive, but what I did was years ago, I took a washout tub, used some Coroplast sign board that I got from my local big box store and framed it out. This thing is straight up waterproof. Ran some caulking down the seams of it, but as you can see, it was used repeatedly, so it looks gooky and nasty looking, but it definitely still works. It gets the job done. The emulsion that falls off of it, it goes down the drain, but I got like this filter system down here that I'll show you. A filter system that I learned from a guy off of YouTube as well. You just take like a furnace filter and you put it over top of a bucket, put it inside of a tote, and then you use a sub pump. And what happens is once the stuff gets filtered out from on the top of the furnace filter, it goes down, and then all the dirty water goes through the sump pump, and the sump pump goes through the drain, so that way you can be eco-friendly and not fuck up the ecosystem and the water supply. You just switch out the filter every so often. It works perfectly. Man, YouTube is an amazing place, man. That's the thing I love about it. What I love about YouTube. So hopefully somebody is learning something from me, and it's just like a repeated thing. Everybody's just learning from everybody. It's like one big old community of everybody helping each other. So getting ready to rinse the screen out. This particular one, I'm just gonna use just my regular garden hose and put it on shower right now to wet it up and wet up both sides, and you'll start seeing the print come out and develop it. So just stay with me. Turn it around, flip it on the other side so it can get a little wet. Just developing the screen. Pretty soon you'll see it wash out. You'll see it like become clean. I'm just gonna rinse it out. And you just rinse it out until you get the whole entire screen clean with the actual print. And then you just throw it back in the dryer, let it dry, and you're ready to print. Washing out now. This is some good emulsion. As you can see, it's starting to wash out. Go, let's get it. One more time. Gotta kind of work fast with it. I'm gonna put it on full. Came out good. Came out real good. I like that. Now I just gotta dry it off. Make sure everything is. That's that. PV fam, what's good? What's good? What's good? We back. I got everything set up on the. Let me go back first. Yesterday, I was supposed to print these T-shirts or these crew necks, this particular order. Man, I was running into some problems. I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be shooting a vlog for this shit and trying to get everything on video so I can share, but I'm running into some problems. Nevertheless, I have my screen set up. I'll do another video where I show how I set up the screen and get it lined up on the actual palette. But right now, I'm at the point to where I got everything taped up and where I'm doing left chest press. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit of how I get down when I print and show you the finished product. So ride with me. Make sure you line it up. Give it a little platinum. That's called platinum adhesive. If you guys don't know, you use that to get your garment to stick to the platinum. Some people put platinum tape on there. Me, I don't use platinum tape. So I'm a smaller printing company. I don't do a lot of big, huge orders. So I do orders for as they come and get that bag. And it's a hustle. It's not a career for me. It's a hustle. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Is what I've learned about myself. So I'm gonna chest print here. I like to push when I screen. Flood the screen back with some more ink, as you can see. Hopefully. I'm doing a flash dry on it. Got the flash dryer over there. One layer is one screen is perfectly fine. Put it in the dryer over here. Cold here. It's cold where I'm at, so that's why I got a hoodie and the hat on. It's cold here, so freezing actually. Well, not really freezing, but it's definitely cold. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so you guys can see when it goes through the conveyor dryer. It goes through here. This is a Vastec. It's a base model, so it costs you about $1,500. I think $1,800 total ship. That's how much it cost back when I got it. Going through the tunnel here and making sure it's at 325, I think, or 275. It's it's low cure right here, so 275. That one's good. This might even be way higher. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're good. I can even cut the temperature down some, but yeah, it's nice and cured. It's never gonna wash out, so that's that. Do a few more runs so you guys can see. Hold on, let me set the camera back up. Again, shirt, loading onto the platen. I'll show you alignment and stuff one day. You just line it up. I have a hashtag right here or a grid mark where I line it up for the neck collar, so you know it's lined in the shirt right. And both of them, I have a two platen 4-color press that I use. Riley Hopkins is the brand. Pretty good company. I've had it for some years. Screen. So I've got just about all the t-shirts that I had started printing. Man, I was going through some trouble. That's how it is when you screen print, man. You're gonna run into problems. I was having some trouble with the actual screen. I don't know if it was the emotion or if I wasn't burning it enough or what. Then actually setting it up, I was having problems as well for whatever reason. It was just one of those type of days, but we're all human, so you get back to it and continue your grind. You don't let it keep you down. Once you come into a problem, you become a problem solver. Figure out the solution to the problem. That's what it's really all about. Don't be too down with yourself. Granted, I'm doing it, we all go through shit. So one of these right now. Leave some comments down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you got any questions about anything, let me know. Hit me up. I'll answer your questions. I have no problem with that at all. No problem at all. If you know anything about screen printing, how to get into the business, anything like that, I'll leave some links down below to the products that I use. This is a beginner's tutorial or intermediate, I guess. It just depends. If you scrolling on YouTube and you looking for screen print videos, you probably gonna come across this one. I'm here for a reason. I'm the dude that's gonna answer your questions without trying to charge you arm and a leg to find out where do you get this from. You know, sometimes the game is to be sold, not to be sold. But this right here, this is it's like one of the pastimes of America. Screen print. It's definitely art. A lot of artwork that you see in places is screen printing. If you look up screen print, man, screen print is definitely an art for sure. The textile industry is just scratching the surface, but a lot of prints that you see on wall art and stuff like that, that's screen print. I'll come back when I get on the back of them, show you guys how they look. Again, that's that. And that's gonna be it for right now. Be back soon. Peace. Right, folks. Got the back of it coming through. After all the shirts are printed or you do the print run, always take them out and lay them out and make sure you get them in nice, neat order. I like to make sure I put them in by sizes, depending on the type of order that it is. If it's an order where I have to bag them up, or if it's just an order where I'm laying them flat like you see in the video, I just like to make sure they're in the right size and go small all the way up to whatever size it is. The largest side, fold them up nice and neat and place them in the boxes that they got shipped in, and that's it. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll be back soon with more vlogs. Peace.